We're going to another optional dungeon for Heavensward. Pharos Sirius hard. This is a popular one for blue mages, BT dubs. You can get a very good spell here. Alright, starting off, I got my duty information here, things we gotta check off. Party map. This is the party portraits. Got our health and things like that. As tank, made sure to have my tank stance on. If you are still leveling, make sure you're eating food and stuff. Spoilers! This little thing, it was tethered to this. We're gonna see that later. For now, you don't have to worry about it too much. But, I'm gonna go over it anyway. Okay, so we go over here. See how this is just like kind of circular? And then there's like a tether here. See? These are like kind of like birds. They've got like circular stuff in them. This little orb thing is connected to one. And eventually it transforms into the same thing. Okay, we're gonna see that in one of the fights. So here I am collecting all these ads and I'm bringing them down the way. Watch out for their line AoEs and things like that. Okay, so this first pull, I just wait here. In this particular dungeon, we don't interact with this aether thingy coming out of this way, but in other dungeons, if you see some of those things, you might have to turn them off. But this one, you're fine to not do anything with this particular aether coming out of the pipes. Once we take care of the ads, then we'll go down this little path here. You can't go further until you take care of the ads though. You'll see there's a little bit here that we can't cross, and then that thing slams down. Corrupted crystal shattering, creating a path. Okay, so now we go down to this area and we'll take care of the ads down here. It's just this one platform. I'm positioning myself in a way where I can reach both of these sprite things because they do range attack, so I'm trying to make sure my AoE hits both of them. So I specifically stand here because they're not going to move that much. Not to say you have to stand specifically there, but I mean, like, you want to find a way to reach all of the ads with your AoE, especially if you're a tank, so that you can hold on to aggro. Okay. Then here, we jump down this hole. Okay. You jump down the hole, you kind of just keep going though. You might end up landing on one of these pipes, but you need to, like that person, just continue falling down. Okay. So, after you get down here, this is the first boss. I'm turning the boss away from everyone, per usual, and then these little ads pop up all around the stage. This is like a bird and this is like a spider. We'll need to use those for certain mechanics later. Also, this Vorpal Blade is the tank cleave you'll see a bunch of. Right, so spider here, there's a bird here, spider, there's a bird here, there's a bird next to me. Okay, Vorpal Blade, remember, just keep that facing away from everybody. So, this thing, this is what we saw earlier, okay? It's called Corruption, and it's gonna tether onto somebody. And so right now it's tethered onto this person over here, the dancer, SC. They have the prey marker on them. Okay. Ideally, you want to pass it off to one of the ads on the side. But how the mechanic works is whatever the ad is tethered to, by the time it does its cast, it will turn into that one. Okay, so here, the corruption now has legs of the spider. Okay, so now the corruption absorbs aether, changing its form, and now it's like a spider. Okay, so you want to take care of that ad. However, there's a few different things here, so let me just show it over here. Yeah, sure. Okay, so in this one, this is my unsync run to show mechanics. Okay, I have the prey marker here, so it's connected to me, and it also says any enemy you wander near will become marked in your stead. Okay, so I'm gonna walk to this bird, and then it transferred to the bird. I lost my prey marker, and now I have this thing, slippery prey, unable to be marked as prey by would-be predator. Okay, so that means once I pass it, it can't take it back. Okay, and then this corruption is almost done with the targeting cast. Once the cast goes off, you'll see this animation, and then the corruption will then transform. Okay, so now the corruption has wings of the raptor. Okay, so it looks like a bird. Physical form is changed to that of a bird of prey. Okay, and so what that means is it will do this move, Damnation Dive. Okay, so it's a line AoE, and you want to dodge that. All right, I'll go through this stuff that the main boss is doing in a moment. Okay, but let's skip ahead so we can see. I just want to show the different variations of the corruption first. Okay, so this time, spoilers, we're gonna have like 2 of them now, but if we had multiple people with the here in this run, then there'd be 2 people with the prey thing. But anyway, since it's just me here, it's me, and then the spider has it. You can't see it because of the chat thingy, but the spider has it right now. So here we go, the spider has it. Now, when the spider dies, you'll see here the targeting thing is about to happen. When the spider dies, it will leak all this like poison stuff. Okay, and if you step in this poison stuff, you'll get poisoned. So the one that was tethered to the spider now has legs of the spider, and then the one that was tethered to me has strings of the marionette, and then now it's also tethered to the main boss. Okay, there's a few things happening here. So with the spider, let's go with the spider first. The spider, physical form is changed to that of a spider. Okay. When the... Okay, we're gonna ignore that. Some of these AoEs here. Just... we're focused on the spider, okay. When the spider dies... Oh my god. Ghost Scout, where are you going? Yeah, okay. If you step in the poison, you get poisoned. And it has the white bar on top, so you can Asuna that, and then you'll be okay. Oh yeah, I think I was multitasking here. I was trying to see which ones did what. But, basically, here. When you kill the spider corruption, okay, it will splatter the poison on the ground. Which is what we saw when the original spider died. Okay, so be mindful of that when you kill the spider. If you happen to be standing close to it, you need to get out of there so you don't get poisoned. Alright? I think I end up doing that a little bit later here. We're still just focusing on the spiders, okay? These spiders were tethered, as soon as the corruptions took their whatever aether, they died and they left poison puddles. And then now I'm gonna go around and like boop the spiders. Okay, so it drops poison. I boop these spiders and they're gonna drop poison. Okay, so the spider makes sense. And the bird is the one that does the line AoE, okay? So, let's go back here. With this one, if you don't move the tether to one of the adds on the side, the spider or the bird, and instead it stays on you, like here, it stays on me, then you will get the humanoid form. Also, the move is called Etheric Mimicry. This is actually the blue spell that's important for blue mages to have. But anyway, so this was tethered to me, but then it did the move. Okay, and then it will turn into this humanoid version, which actually looks like the boss. And strings of the marionette. Okay. When it's tethered to the boss ends up getting this damage up. Okay, now, the boss is doing this move, Luminous Lancet. Okay, and it gets this thingy. I end up... Yeah, okay, so the boss does these swipes, and then the Walking Corruption one has this cone AoE, okay, Vorpal Blade, and that's the one that the main boss is also using throughout this thing. It's the tank cleave that it does. Okay, see, the main boss doesn't show the AoE before it does the Vorpal Blade, but the little one does. Okay, so you can dodge it, but every now and then the little one is gonna do Luminous Laceration and you get a Vuln up. Okay, you get a Vuln marker. So here, yeah, the boss is doing Luminous Lancet, I think that was what it's called, and it's gonna like put this like buff whatever thingy up. Pretty sure this is what's happening. And then the little one ends up being able to do the Luminous Laceration. So, okay, so it's more dangerous to have the little guy, the one that was tethered to me, up, because then when he does a certain attack, he can give one stacks. Okay, so that's why it's better to put it on one of the spiders or one of the birds, so you can dodge out of those things. You can dodge out of the poison puddle, or you can dodge out of the line AoE. Okay, alright, so back to this. Let's go back here. Okay, so one person's tethered. I'm getting hit with tank cleaves. They're passing... they're moving the prey marker to the spider. Okay, so the spider is going to die. The poison puddle stays there. I'm still getting hit with the cleaves. And then over here, the ad turns into the spider version, and you just take care of that. Okay, now we've got another set of corruption coming out. So you want to pass it to one of the ads. There we go, we've both passed it to the ads. Okay, the ads are now dead, but the corruption is transforming into them. Again, I'm keeping the boss away from everybody. Okay, and they're taking care of the ads pretty quickly. Okay. The boss does, here, Luminous Lancet. Okay. But it's kind of just like a boost buff thingy. Or, actually, is it these AoEs? Okay, we got AoEs down here. Okay, so that does like AoE stuff. Is that what it did over here? Maybe I didn't notice it just because it was just me. Let's see. Oracle Blade, okay. Do the thing. Yeah, wait, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the little one's the one that does the laceration. This laceration versus lancet, okay? The big one does lancet, the little one does laceration with the bowl and stack. Can you do the lancet thing? Yeah, we did it over here. Hang on. Long guides, guys. Okay, there we go. Luminous, Lancet. Oh yeah, okay, so it's the circle AoE. Okay, okay. So it doesn't buff up this dude, it just happens to be that it happened like one after the other. Okay, sure. But the little guy definitely gives the boss a boost, okay? Like the damage up, so careful with that. But also you don't want the bone stacks. So that's why you want to pass your things to the different ads. Okay, this time we've got 4 of them out, and then here the luminous things, so that's going to be the AoEs that drop underneath people. So we've got, okay, so you want to avoid the AoEs and then transfer your thing to animals. Oh, this person's wandering around. Okay. So we got one humanoid version over here, and so the boss got a damage up. And we just take care of the ads. There's a lot going on here. So the lancet thingy, here we got the AoEs dropping underneath people, and then the bird is doing the line AoE, and then you want to take care of the humanoid version there. I tried to grab aggro. Okay, and then we also got these poison puddles to watch out for. Yeah, I wasn't able to maintain aggro on this thing, so it might just stay on the specific person that it was tethered to at the beginning. Let's see, was it MC? Yeah. MC was the one who was tethered to this one over here, and that one turned into the human corruption, and then they were the ones who ended up keeping aggro from it, and so I think it ends up chasing the one that it was tethered to, and I wasn't able to take it away. And so that person ends up being the one to get the bone stacks. Okay, so it's a little dangerous, you know? But yeah, so after that, it's just a repeat of the mechanics. Okay, so the main things, make sure to point the tethers at one of these animals on the sides, and then avoid these puddles and AoEs and all those things. And then keep the boss facing away because of the tank cleaves. Yeah, these Heavensward optional dungeons have a lot of like very unique mechanics and stuff. So it can be a little tricky if you're pretty new to dungeons or you don't run dungeons that often. Like sometimes it's hard to just straight up just do damage. Like sometimes like the mechanics really matter or else you might die. Okay, so we're gonna go down this way. There are these time bombs here and they're gonna blow up. Occasionally. Oh, I was waiting for, I noticed that one of the party members was still back there. They were probably doing like loot stuff, so I was waiting for them. I should know what I was saying. Okay. So down this way we go. I'm gonna grab this, and then yeah, watch out for these time bombs because they're just gonna blow up by themselves. So just get out of the way. Yeah, I see another time bomb. I try to grab it, but it's self-destructing by itself. Okay, Okay, also one of the big guys is doing 10-ton swipe, so careful of that AoE if you're running behind there. Yeah, I'm trying to grab everything and then going down here. So you can grab all this and continue going down if you want, or you can also take it easy and keep it smaller. Yeah. I wanted to maintain aggro, but then I also realized, wow, there's a lot of AoE, so I might as well just keep going. Lots of little time bombs here that will just blow up in the middle, okay? I noticed in the corner that there was somebody who was still along the side, but I wanted to stay committed, like keep going. Like here it's the black mage that's still kind of further back there, but because I saw that my healer was still nearby, I was okay to keep going. At this point, I used my invuln because there's a lot of AoEs here, and I didn't know exactly how close the healer was because there's a lot of stuff in the way. And with the Dark Knight invuln, you basically want to go down to 0 HP or 1 HP to proc, but my invuln didn't go off because the healer was healing me a bit and I didn't die fast enough, so I ended up dying. But it's okay. Just get back up. I got back up and I popped my invuln pretty quickly. As soon as you get up, you do have like a few seconds where you're invincible, and so you can take advantage of that, but you have to make sure to not move, or I mean not like do anything. And so I went in and popped one of my mitigations and grabbed everything so that it wouldn't kill other people. Tricky little things, you know. I possibly could have gotten hit at that last moment had the timing of my invincibility after death ticked a little bit faster, but it worked out. Actually, I don't think it was because it ticked, it was probably because I, let's see. Let's see. I think I used my... Yeah, see, I could have gotten hit with this thing. So I had 3 seconds left of this. And then immediately, yeah, the bomb went off already, and I technically wasn't in it, so I didn't get hit with it. And then I popped my mitigation here, and then went grabbing stuff, and I didn't end up getting hit. And then the healer started healing me up really quick. So, lots of very good healing here from the healer. Okay, so this pool can get kind of hectic if you're not too careful. So this is a good place to practice tanking and doing like good pool, like big pools too, if you're in the market of practicing and stuff. Especially because there's a lot of winding corners and things like that. It's a good place to just see if you can handle like what do they call it? Like sudden changes and things. Like be on your feet, be on your toes. Okay, so here I was waiting for the black mage, and then I was also explaining, oh yeah, I was trying to get my invuln thing to proc. I noticed that the healer and the other one, they were both trying to use that sparkle thing a lot around me. And so I kind of used that as a way to tell that they probably weren't like upset at me or anything for dying. These are the types of things I'm on the lookout for to alleviate any anxiety I have. Because I did feel bad that like, oh, I died because, you know, I absolutely didn't mitigate at all because I was trying to use my invuln thing. So, you know, I tried to communicate and let them know, yeah, you know, I was trying to do this and that's probably why this happened. But it seemed like they were just in a good mood, so I wasn't too worried about it. And those little things are kind of what helps continue playing an MMO for me. Like, realizing sometimes people are just there to have fun and it's all good, you know? There's no need to stress too much. Okay, this boss. I turned it around, but then, like, one of the very first things we see is this proximity marker. So I'm gonna run away. And here we go. Aether valve has ruptured. So there's like this little plume of aether coming out here. You want to grab one of these gel things and move it on top of the aether thing and destroy it there to plug up the hole in the ground. So it's tethered to me, and I tried to kill it on the thing. I think I missed. So I didn't actually plug it up. So you gotta aim that a bit, okay? So again, proximity marker, you want to run away so you don't take as much damage. Okay, it goes off. There's another gel here, so I'm gonna grab the gel. Aether valve has ruptured. Okay, so then now we happen to have another aether thing here. So I'm gonna grab this and bring it over to this valve. I'm gonna try to position it. Oh, I missed again. Okay, so that was the whole thing. However, here at this point, we've got these furnace men out. Okay, we also have more of these gel things. So these things are gonna drop here, and then we've also got these ads. The alchemy engines are gonna tether to the boss, and then the boss, see here, has this damage up. Okay, and then you see that bomb? There's just the furnace man is gonna be throwing bombs all over the place. So you want to take care of like all that. The AoEs on the ground, that's where the bombs are gonna drop. Okay, and then these gels are running around again because they need to die on top of these aether things. And then, let's see, we've got the boss doing this move. Is this one the boss? Patriarch? Yeah. The boss does, see how it like zoomed across the way? The boss is gonna like be zooming across the stage a bunch, just like that. When this engine is attached to it. So you want to take care of the engines. Also, I'm here corralling all this gel, and I'm putting it on top of this puddle to try to close up this aether thing. Okay, see, the boss is running around with the loose screw, and I got hit with it. Okay, so I'm trying to take care of the gel and plug up this aether thing. The longer the aether things are up, the more the gels will pop up. But if the gels last or stay out for too long and they're not killed, then they blow up like one just did, and it does a lot of damage. Okay, like almost 2,000. Okay, let's take a look at that because it's a bit much. Okay, so if you kill a corruption, it will just stay down, or it goes away, but this plume stays here. Okay, so this is me running away from the thing, and the gel comes out. I think I end up doing it a little later. I just want to show the gel thing right now. Yeah. Okay, so I try to move the gel directly on top of where the plume is, and then see how it plugs it up. And then there was a plume over here, and when I destroyed this one on the plume of aether, the gel stays there and it blocks that. Okay, so that's how that ends up working. But here, later in the fight, I've got this other plume, and I'm not plugging it up with the gels, and the gels just keep showing up. Okay, so the mechanic will not resolve itself until you actually destroy or plug up the aether. Now, the gels won't stay out for that long, if they stay out for too long and another one shows up, the first one ends up doing this corrupture thing, and then it will blow up and do a lot of damage, which is what we saw in the other fight. In the other footage, I mean. Okay. Let's see, like, I have got like 2 on me right now, and there's another one over here, and one of them is blowing up. At this point, it's one of the ones that's on me. And that one ends up blowing up, and then I took some damage. Yeah, I took almost 2k damage. Okay, so that's kind of where that's coming from. And then right, let's go back to this thing. Okay. The bomb dudes show up. The bomb dudes show up, and then the engines show up. Engines tether to the boss gets damage ups, and then now the boss will do screw and like zoom all the way across the stage and stuff. And then these dudes throw bombs everywhere. Okay, so that's how all that works. So you want to take care of the engine so the boss stops like going all the way across the stage and stuff. And then you want to make sure to take care of the other ads that have the bombs and try to get these gels on these things. Right. Here, the boss will do this AoE move, batter. So you want to just get out of that. Okay, it also has this move frack that does some, I think that's like front damage. Okay, proximity thing to run away. Another gel thing here, because that aether thing's coming out. So I'm gonna bring the gel over to plug it up. Okay. Yeah, the other people are kind of taking care of the gels real quick, and so, I mean, it's doable, it's fine. But if you seem to be struggling with the gels showing up and then you're not taking the gels down fast enough and they're blowing up and you're dying, you don't know why, it's probably because they're blowing up and doing a lot of damage. Okay, so here the boss is like running around because it's tethered to one of the engines. So you want to take the engine out and then make sure to take the ads out so they don't keep throwing bombs everywhere. Okay. And then this last one is just an AoE that you can dodge. Okay? That kind of seems like a lot because a lot happens like one after the other, but yeah, just make sure you take care of those gels and those engines for sure. Okay, and now we jump into the hole. So cute. Okay, this next area is gonna be just like a smaller version of the area after, so it's kind of simulating what we're gonna see later. We've got this group of ads and then this like huge bomb incubator. You need to take care of the incubator. It doesn't move or anything, but you will need to get rid of it. Okay, we also got AoEs here. Simple bomb incubators destroyed. Yeah, so since the bomb incubators don't move, I always will like try to move towards them, like move the ads towards them. It's kind of like when you need to destroy a wall. Okay, once we take out the ads, this door opens. Like if you need to destroy a wall, in addition to the adds, you want to bring all the adds to the wall. Okay, so here I'm going to pick up these adds and then continue down this way. I noticed there was one back there. I was hoping that they would just run towards me, but they weren't, so I went back to try to grab it. And then I continued going. Mostly because this healer was really good. Like, if everyone was kind of straggling behind, I would have just kept it simple, but the healer was really good. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3 bomb incubators, okay? So we're gonna bring the adds towards this one, but then I noticed that there were like other adds showing up. So I try to go grab them. There are gonna be adds attacking these walls. The green walls are actually, it's not that they're the good guys or on our side, but more like you don't want the adds to be destroying the green stuff. So I'm trying to grab everything as much as I can. I'm trying to do a little bit more damage on the incubators. But then I noticed that there's another wall over here, and there's adds going over here, and then there's these adds I didn't pick up. Also, there's a treasure chest if you want it. So the bombs are blowing up at the walls, and if the walls end up breaking, tear down the walls. If the walls end up breaking, then there'll be more adds that you have to take care of. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure I hold on to as many as I can, but I keep seeing over here that more show up, and it's really you know, you want to take care of these bomb incubators. So I'm pretty sure that's where the bombs are coming from. You know what I'm saying? Also watch out for these AoEs. Yeah, this little dude, I'm pretty sure he came from this bomb incubator over here. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, did this just come out? This one? Okay. This wall is about to get destroyed. Okay, the Pharos wall shatters, revealing a fell creature. So we got more adds to deal with. Yeah, see this bomb? Pretty sure it came from. So that's why you want to take care of these pretty quickly. So over here, because the wall fell, we got more adds, and they're coming over here. Now, because there's only one incubator left, I'm trying to just stay in this general area so that we can take down this one. Okay, so that's done. These goblin ones got a lot of health, a lot of strength. Okay, and so when you're done taking care of this, like you might end up not having to take care of these guys if you end up taking care of the adds that went towards the walls. But when we're done with them, we're gonna have to wind our way back because the door had already opened. It's over here. Earlier when we fought the other, it was like around here. Port 3524 is now open. So we basically took care of the main adds. Okay, and then this was just extra stuff. But yeah, okay. So yeah, there's the treasure coffer if you want it. And then we're gonna make our way this way. So like, oh no, this is where we came from. We are gonna go here. So you gotta jump down this cliff thing. So that's where we came from. And then here, you're lost. Make sure you look for the little purple gate thing. And then I also saw the boss and everyone else there. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the boss, turn it around. Okay, sap is gonna be a AoE that you can dodge. Just run out of it. Not sure why the black mage went back into the spot, but it's okay. So it does a decent amount of damage. Let me just see that. Okay, they kind of ran out, but then they ran back in for some reason. So yeah, 3,000 damage. Okay. A bombshell drop. Okay, so here we have some ads. We've got 2 lava bombs and 1 gray bomb. The gray bomb is like more red, so I'm basically gonna call it the red one. I'm just kidding. The gray bomb is gonna get bigger. And then, okay, the boss is using sap again, and that's the circle AoE that you can just get out of, okay? The gray one does fire. So it will do like a range attack. So you just threw fire at me. I didn't get that much damage or any damage at all, but just know that it will do a range attack. Okay, so you want to make sure to be grabbing that as tank so other people don't get hit. Okay. The little lava bombs can do big bursts. That's what these AoEs are. Also, the main boss is doing damage to me. Okay. So this one got bigger, and then now it's gotten even bigger. So at some point it can blow up, and that can do a lot of damage to other people. So you want to take care of that pretty quickly. Okay. Now we got more ads. So I want to grab them, and then notice the gray bombs again. Okay, this one, there's one over here. They're gonna get bigger, so you want to watch out for that. And the lava ones will do their big burst things, but like just in the middle. Okay, and then after that we all get knocked backwards. So let me go over here just to show that a bit. Okay, so the sap, we saw that. Okay, the bombs, like I said. Okay, sap goes underneath a random person, and then the gray bomb will do range attack, and then it will get bigger. Okay, and the little ones kind of just follow whoever, and they do these AoEs on the bottom, and you can dodge out of those. If you don't dodge out of them, you get like 1,000 damage or so. This gray bomb is getting bigger, the big gray but red bomb. And let's see, do I let it explode? Oh yeah, okay, so it's doing big bursts at this point. So let's see what happens. Okay, when the big gray one does its big burst, it does like 2,000 damage. Okay, and then if you stand in the sap, it's 3,000. And then the little lava bombs, I think those are like 1,000 or 2,000 or something. So you gotta avoid standing in a bunch of things, but also make sure to take down those big gray ones because you actually can't avoid those. Okay. At this point, yeah. We basically just repeat a lot of that. Bombshell drop. Okay, so we get another set of ads here. Okay, so we took care of this, fine. Okay, I took care of this, fine. When the boss is down to 0.1%, it'll explode or go away, right? Yeah, this animation. Come on, man. Okay. Ooh, did a lot of damage here. Big burst. All these ads will show up on the sides. Okay. So the main one kind of deflates, and then we have all these ads to deal with. After we take care, like, okay, there's this one, this one, this one. Like, they get bigger, like we saw before. And if they explode, it will do a significant amount of damage. Let's see, it's doing that big burst thing, does a lot. After that, you get knocked back immediately. Okay, I hope that was understandable. I feel like I'm being redundant, but I also want to make sure that it's clear. Okay, see, this is the animation to show that the boss died, but then we have all these ads on the sides and stuff like that. Just trying to be thorough, like I'm thorough. It's kind of difficult because they're all just bombs, and so it can be confusing, like which one's doing what. Okay, so after we take care of the ads there, we get knocked back, and then this blue one comes out of the thing. Okay, so now we're dealing with the blue one. Blue flame. Okay, that's raid wide. But I happen to not get hit at all. I had a big shield on me. But if you get hit with that, you end up getting this fire damage, fire resistance down. Okay, see, everybody else gets it, and I'm pretty sure that's because I had a big shield, so I didn't get any damage to that, but it's fire resistance down. Here. So that means if they get hit with fire, they get more damage. Okay, and again, I'm keeping the boss facing away from everybody because of these tank cleaves. Okay, so this blue version does sap AoEs. Get out of the way. Okay, they ended up eating it, that's fine. They also had a big shield, that's good. Okay, boss goes to the middle, big burst. Okay, so that would be a raid wide, and then we get some ads. Here, okay, and then the boss says sap. Okay, you can just avoid that. The blue one, the remedy bomb, will move towards the gray bomb, so the red one. And the red one will progressively get bigger, per usual. The blue one starts moving towards the red one, but every time you attack the blue one, it will like scooch backwards a bit. So you can avoid the blue one from getting close. Okay, at the same time, let's see, we had the main boss do blue flame, so that's the raid wide, and then you get another debuff. Okay. I ended up again not getting that because I had a big shield, so I didn't get hit with it. But yeah. The blue one will tether to the big red one. And then you see this like little light thing going down. The light will get close. It's like a dynamite kind of thing. Once that hits the blue one, then the blue one will blow up, just like that. And so then we take some damage from that. Okay, and then we get burns. Okay. Okay, and as you can see, if you have multiple little debuffs here, that means you take more fire damage, and you get hit with fire damage, you end up almost dying. Okay. Okay, so big burst again. This is going to be a raid wide. And here we go. We got ads out. So this time there's 2 red ones. So the gray bombs. And then we've got other... Okay, then with that sap in the middle. And then we've got this blue one going to this. And there's a blue one over there going to the other one. So you want to kind of keep them away. So you have more time to destroy them. But looks like, yeah, this one is, they're tethered, so that one's gonna blow up pretty quickly. Oh, they took this one down before it blew up. Okay, cool. So I'm trying to keep the blue one away. And then sap, just make sure to get out of there. Okay. At some point during this, the boss did the blue flame thing, because I ended up getting the... Oh yeah, here we go. Blue flame, yeah. So the boss is still doing mechanics during this. So blue flame. I ended up not having as much of a shield, so I did take some damage, and then I got the debuff. Resistance down. So... yeah, remember the blue one goes towards the red one, and you can attack the blue one to keep it away from the red one so it doesn't blow up. Or you can focus on the red ones, or you can just focus on the boss. Whichever. And just heal through all of it. Okay. Yeah. I spent a little bit more time explaining it because when I was running through it, I was like, I have no idea what's going on. And it wasn't until, like, yeah, I went in the second time to be like, oh, that's how that works. Okay. Cool. Sweet. Hope that was useful. Have a good one. Bye.